Hello everyone, Jolene here from Bookworm Adventure Girl. Welcome to another Tag Tuesday. I hope that you are all doing well. This is where I talk about the books that I'm reading. I like to read diverse books and I highlight Canadian literature. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for checking it out. Please hit subscribe and stick around. It would be great to have you as part of the community. Today I am very excited because I'm going to be talking about my top 10 booktubers of 2024. Now this hasn't really been put out as a tag, I don't think, but I thought, why not? Make it a tag. People can do this if they'd like. It's a great way to get to know different channels, different booktubers, and here on BookTube we do love to spread some BookTube love. So I saw this on MJ's channel, MJ from Reading This Life. She is very supportive, like ultra supportive of booktubers, especially new booktubers, just starting out, just kind of getting the feel of things. And MJ was inspired by Sarah from Your True Shelf. And I will link both of their channels and their videos below. They both did this a little differently. And I was able to learn of some new booktubers myself, which is, always great. So Sarah from Your True Shelf shared 10 booktubers that she started following in 2024, and she ordered them from least subscribers to most subscribers. And then MJ shared 10 booktubers that are her favorite, but not necessarily new this year. So I am going to do a mix of these two. I am going to share 10 booktubers, which, and I have to tell you, this was so hard because I follow hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of channels. But when I looked at my list, I did realize that I had some overlap. So I am going to try and share channels that weren't mentioned by Sarah or MJ. So like MJ, I'm going to share my favorites of any time. And these are people that if you watch my channel, you probably have either heard me talk about them or you know about these folks as well. These channels, plus many others, are the people that I watch quite a bit of their content. And even this past year when I wasn't really watching a whole lot of BookTube, sometimes these were the go-to videos and channels that kind of got me through some rough patches. So these are all people that I really enjoy watching. I may have done an event or some reading project with them. And in some cases, they know me now beyond BookTube because we may talk outside of our videos and stuff like that. So like Sarah, I will share them from least subscribers to most subscribers. So here we go. I cannot do a video like this without including Lindy from Lindy's Magpie Reads. Lindy has 1.21 subscribers. I'm actually surprised that it's not a lot more. She lives in Victoria, but she used to live here in Alberta. She's a fellow Canadian booktuber. Lindy reads tons. She reads about a book a day, and she reads very diversely. Anything from children's books to literary fiction, graphic novels, nonfiction. I don't think there's really anything that Lindy won't read. Lindy also reads a lot of Can Lit or Canadian literature. Lindy is my Can Lit guru. I think I've mentioned Lindy in almost all of my videos in 2024 because we have done a couple of buddy reads together, and we did the best Can Lit books of the 21st century project that was done. We did that after the New York Times put out their 100 books of the 21st century. And that has been so much fun. And there's even more content that we may do that is coming from that with regards to that project. So definitely stay tuned for that. I will leave links below to that project if you are interested. Please go and check it out. So Lindy is also very creative and shares her projects and things that she's trying and the adventures that she goes on. She has a very calm demeanor and is just lovely. So if you haven't already checked out Lindy's channel, please do so. You won't be disappointed at all. Okay, next is the Mild Rumpus with 1.25 subscribers. He lives in New York with his awesome dog, Ace. And these two are always up to something. They have great energy, even when Ace is snoring, which is, I have to say, it's pretty sweet. Sometimes he takes us on tours around New York, which really makes me miss it. And I really do need to make another trip there. So this is another channel that has some variety. He's shared some of his beautiful books and some classics. He has great humor, and I just love the vibe of his channel. So if you like a good vibe and a New York feel, that definitely check out the Mild Rumpus and Ace. Danny from Dany Dabbles has 1.63 subscribers. And Danny is also from the US. She reads a lot of fantasy and sci-fi, which you might be thinking is strange, since I don't read a lot of sci-fi and even less fantasy. But I do watch several channels that do read that because I like knowing what's out there. And sometimes, you know, we do find an overlap, which is pretty cool. So Danny and I have done a few buddy reads together, some good, some not so good. The buddy read itself with her is great. Danny also did a huge event in 2024 called Battle of the BookTubers, which I was very honored to be invited to be part of. And the battles had 4 rounds with 4 booktubers in each round, and it was to see which booktuber gave the best book recommendations. And it was so much fun, despite the fact that I didn't do so well at all in my round. But it was just a wonderful way to create community, to read books that I probably wouldn't have otherwise, and to meet some booktubers that I didn't know very well or at all at the time. So Danny put a lot of work into it, and she did an incredible job. Danny reads several chunky books throughout the year, and she is way better at committing to series than I am. Danny's channel is doing really well. She's got a lot of good stuff going on, so go and check her channel out. Next is Michael Wertenberg, who has 2.12 subscribers. And Michael is from all over the land. I'm not even sure. I don't think I know where he is right now. I know he moved not too long ago, but I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in Europe. Michael, where are you? You can let us know. Michael reads quite eclectically. He talks about anything from horror to literary, classics to contemporary. Michael and I did do a buddy read of, it was horror short stories. Neither one of us liked it, so I'm not even going to mention which book it was right now. I do think that we need to do another buddy read. I think we need to read something else together to kind of get that bad book taste out of our heads. Michael also has a cat. So if you're a cat person, then be sure to check out Michael's channel, because the cat makes an appearance every once in a while, which is kind of cool. Gemma. Okay, Gemma from Gemma of Books has 2.13 subscribers. Gemma is from the UK, and we have very similar reading tastes. I think Gemma will go more into the fantasy and sci-fi genres than I do, but we have a lot of overlap, and we have done a few buddy reads together over the last little while. Some have been amazing, like best books of the year. And then some have not been so amazing. But doing buddy reads with people is always great. So sometimes Gemma has assistance from her adorable son, Charlie, and her very cool dog, Rudy. I always feel like Rudy and I would be best friends if we lived closer. So Gemma is currently reading 40 books before she turns 40. And these are all books that BookTubers have recommended to her. And I think she's finished 3 so far. So check out her channel to see how that's been going. Next is Kim at Middle of the Book March. Kim has 2.64 subscribers and lives in the US, in New England, actually. Kim also reads a variety of things. She does like a weekly reads video that goes over what she's read, what she's picked up, what she's going to read, what's going on in her life, and any other bookish and life stuff that she wants to share. She sometimes does like bookish chats on a topic that she finds interesting. Kim and I have a lot of overlap too, and she often adds to my TBR. So if you would also like to add to your TBR, check out Kim's channel. Jack from Spread Bookjoy has 2.68 subscribers. She is also from the UK, and Jack is in education, so she does great videos on picture books and middle grade books. Jack and I also have a bit of overlap with more literary and contemporary reads. And we will be doing a buddy read this year. We're going to be reading Demon Copperhead together. This will be to remember Alice from Alice and the Giant Bookshelf, who very sadly passed away last year. And many booktubers are missing Alice and remembering her in wonderful ways. And Demon Copperhead was a book that she really enjoyed. So I'm looking forward to reading this book with Jack and remembering Alice. When Jack talks about books, she is very thoughtful and sometimes just makes me want to read everything that she's talking about. So please go and check out Jack's channel. All right, next is Roz from Scally Dandling About the Books. Roz has 3.72 subscribers and is from Sussex. I don't know if Roz knows this, but when I started watching BookTube, her channel was one of the first channels that I watched. It was before I would comment, when I was just kind of lurking about to learn about BookTube, and I was still deciding if I was going to start my own channel. And I would watch Roz. She was one of the people that I watched. And at that time, I think Roz had about 300 or so subscribers. She has great energy. You feel like you are just sitting with a friend, chatting about books, but with someone who clearly has a lot of love for books. I did do a buddy read with Roz a little while ago. It was with, we read Silent Spring by Rachel Carson. And I was also part of a read-along that she did with Elisabeth from Bookworms and Books. They hosted People April. And the first year that we did that, or they did that, we read The Five by Hallie Rubenhold. That event was a lot of fun. And Roz just always has something different to share that I don't see anyone else talking about. So definitely check out Roz's channel for, some interesting reads that you might not see on anywhere else on BookTube. Gloria Z. Thompson has 4.89 subscribers. She is a US booktuber. She has the cutest little boy named Finn. He just melts your heart. Gloria has shared parenting and pregnancy books on her channel, especially as she was going through all of those things. She also talks about picture books, but her main genre is historical fiction. Gloria also loves books about bees. I love hearing her talk about bee books. She has a lovely collection of bee books, and I really just love hearing her talk about all books. She's not afraid to tell you if she doesn't like a book, and whenever she does like a book and she really enjoys it, I put it on my TBR because I know I'm going to really like it too. So check out Gloria's channel if you also like bee books, and to see if there are books there, other books there that are interesting to you. The final booktuber I'm going to mention is Simon from Savage Reads. Simon has 30.2 subscribers and is another UK booktuber. Simon's delivery is humorous and fun and just engaging. My TBR explodes every time I watch a video from him. Simon's mom is also a booktuber, so sometimes him and Louise do projects together, reading projects together, and I love how excited they get over like book prize lists. So when Simon enjoys a book, there is no doubt his love for the books that he enjoys really shines through. And he always has books that I've never heard of. I love when that happens. So I do get introduced to books, that I wouldn't otherwise know about. So if you are interested in learning about some pretty cool books, then definitely check out Simon's channel. Those are the 10 booktubers that I have watched quite a bit in 2024. Of course, there are so many more. I could probably do my top 100 booktubers of 2024, but hopefully there will be more opportunities, this year to shout out even more booktubers. Thanks again to Sarah and MJ for doing their videos and inspiring others. If anyone that I shouted out wants to do this, please go for it. It's just a great way to spread some cheer at the beginning of the year. If you are watching this and you have a channel and you want to shout out some booktubers, go for it. If you are looking for booktubers to watch for the new year, check out all of the videos and check out all of the channels. Also, let me know, who are your top booktubers? Who do you watch regularly and who are your go-to people? Who do you recommend to others? I look forward to chatting with you in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and don't forget to make every day an adventure.